Greetings YouTubicals, how are you today? It's Stiggy here at the Guitar Loft and welcome to another little video. I wanted to talk to you today a little bit about neck radius and basically want to start doing a couple of little videos on how to do your own tools, maybe so you can start collecting some. If you haven't got the money to buy them from places like Stiggy'sGuitar or the internet and things like that, you can make them yourself, and basically that's what we're going to look at today. We're going to look at making some radius gauges. Quite a simple, easy task, really, you know, if you've got a basic understanding of maths. What you're going to need for this is, I've got a nice strong piece of plastic here, a bit of flexible plastic. I got it off an old folder or something, so cut one up from school, guys. They are useful for some things. Nice sharp pencil, as usual. It's up to you what you want to use. I'm doing it on a piece of paper just to show you the idea. I suggest if you can get a piece of card or you can get some plastic like this. You know, I've got the other piece of plastic underneath, the big strongish piece of plastic. And a radius gauge basically shows you the radius of your fingerboard. If you want to do some reshaping or stuff, or if you've got a refretting and stuff and you don't want to take it down too far when you're sanding, they are quite useful, but they're also quite expensive from places like Stiggy'sGuitar. So what I've done here is, you can use a big compass if you've got a big manly size compass. I don't have a big manly size compass because I don't need one. No comments in the comment section about that, people. Right, yeah, so basically what we're going to do today is this. There are, you know, basically 5 main, well 6, but I haven't done the 6th one. There are like 5 main radius that you can get. 7.25, which is more like a vintage Fender, 9.5, which is like a newer Fender. Gibsons tend to be either a 10-inch radius or an 11-inch radius. Ibanez are normally around a 12, and you know, like Jacksons and things like that seem to be like a 16 or something, so they're like uber flat. Obviously you can do all those if you want to, but I'm just going to do the main ones that I generally tend to deal with. But if you're going to do bigger radius than that, then obviously stick with it. And literally all it is the radius is from a central point out to the edge of the circle. So 7.25 is exactly what it says. From the centre point of the circle, 7.25 inches out, right, and then you draw the arc, and that's it. 10 inches, 9.5 inches, 11 inches, onwards and upwards. So that's what I've done. So get yourself a drawing pin or something, a nice strong piece of plastic. You can use your compass, you can use a piece of string, you can do whatever. All these things were good for Romans, so they're good for us. I've already done them just to show you. You don't need to draw the entire circle, you just need a radius of it. So as you can see here, I've gone from here with a little hole, and this is 7.25 inches. Nice sharp pencil, keep it tight, and away you go, right? And then you draw 9.5, 10, 11, 12, 16, onwards and upwards. So if you're doing that on a piece of plastic, that's great. You might need to push on a little bit harder. If you're doing it on cardboard, the same. What I tend to do, if you're going to do this on plastic, which most people I think are going to be doing, get yourself a credit card or something like that. Right, and what you want to do is, I'm trying not to get my ugly mug in here, but it's difficult. Line your bottom edge of your credit card corners up, draw up, and around, and down, and then cut that out, and then basically you just write on in marker pen 7.25, okay, and then onwards, 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 and then before you know it, you're going to have basically a full set of these things. I've done it on a full piece of paper, but you're going to need to do it on separate pieces of plastic, or do it on paper and then cut them out if you've got a steady hand. If you're any good with an X-Acto blade or a Stanley knife if you're in England, then do it that way. And then what you'll actually end up with is something like that. So you can see that's a 12-inch one, but 12-inch one. Yeah, so that's it basically, and then you transfer that onto a piece of plastic or whatever you're going to use. You could even actually use, if you've got, like in England you get these kind of things which are like freebies and stuff, and they're like, you know, if you hold SIM cards and stuff like that, put one on there, and if you're good with an X-Acto blade, you can go across. They'll last an awful lot longer than a flimsy piece of plastic or a piece of cardboard, but it's up to you, it's whatever you've got around the house. And then just stick a little hole in the corner, and then stick the keyring through it, and then you've got them all together. So what I'll do is I am going to cut one out now for you and then show you the results. Okay? Okay guys, so there you go. I've cut one out on that little hard plastic. As you can see, I've only done the 7.25 one, but you know, as you can see, it's there. Do you know what I mean? Pretty good plastic. It's not going to stop. I've done it with an X-Acto blade. You can do it with some scissors, but I've just done it with like a Stanley knife and an X-Acto blade, just to make sure it's right. Be accurate, guys. You know, as slow as you can. Like I said, 7.25, 9.5, 10, 11, 12, 16, whatever you want to do. You might want to put a little hole in the corner, like I said, stick a key ring through it or something, and then you've got a full set. But they'll last you. Do you know what I mean? Some of the cheap reproductions that you get in China and stuff from China are no more than that, you know, and that's it. And that's how easy it is, okay? But that's it. You can do it out of paper, you can do it out of card. This stuff lasts a little bit longer. Yes, it's only flimsy, but if you want to do it, if you can get hold of some like blank credit cardy things maybe or whatever, I don't know. I don't want to know where you get these kind of things from, but yeah, you can do it out of that as well. So there you go. Nice and easy, nice and simple. Nice little radius there for you. Nice and easy if you're going to do some refretting and you're worried about taking a little bit too much meat off that fretboard. Okay, so there you go. Nice one, guys. Speak to you soon.